A wet and dreary day by the shores of Lake Erie, but we have football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in Week 2. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! At the 19-yard line.
We go, Todd! 120!
That's two! Record!
And he'll give it here to his running back. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go! You tighten up!
Go!
Now Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball out of the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
Go, 12, let's go!
A shotgun snap for Goff. This is Johnson. He's got it. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Hey, Delta!
Watch two! I'm coming after you! I'm coming after you! Mike 2!
Hey, 5! Shell!
Choose the mic! Smooth! Get him! Mike 2! Watch 2!
3rd and long. It's Goff. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
After the interception, here's Gall. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. And they give this time to the tailback. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, Mathis. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
They'll run on 1st down. Mathis. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Hey, Alpha.
Choose the mic. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Hold on. Check. Turbo's up.
On 2nd and 12, Goff. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
General West. Super 66. Hey, Wahoo.
Out of the gun, Goff. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line.
Ric Flair.
Now it's Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Banjo.
Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
2 for 1. 2 for 1. Hey, Charlie.
Goff now to throw. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. A gain there of 21 yards. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Goff now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Mathis, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 37-yard line. 180. Hey, let's go. Go, ground. Ground. Ground.
Watch 2. Watch 2. Watch 2.
Bravo.
Goff now looks to throw. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Hey, kill. 5.
3rd and 2. Goff. He finds his man Johnson. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Now a give, right side. Mathis. He's got the first down. And he coughed it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that. And when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Come on, boy. Pistol. Don't be scared of it.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And an alley to run. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 96 yards, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Hey, exit.
From the 22, Goff. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. He's at the 30, 20, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. D.D. Westbrook, 78 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Browns' drive about to get started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Hey, box truck, box truck.
58, come on. I don't even know why.
First down, Mayfield. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 51 yards. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one a first down pickup of 8. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle him up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to sift through.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Steelers' 2-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
We got to get this stop here, D. Check.
Run. 61, matchbox lights.
Hey, check. Alert 3.
Pistol.
A toss play to Chubb, and that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Tight down. There you go.
Point it right.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there, as his guys will get the football back. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
to the right. Drop deep, drop deep.
Now a give, right side. Mathis. Well, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Hey, lift! 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 Lift!
On second and 1, Goff. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Tiger, Tiger. Hey, shoot. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Goal. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Set. 180. Regular.
Okay, just like that. Just like that. 58 for Mike, 58.
Hurry.
I got one. 58, boys, 58. 58 for Mike.
Following the interception, Mayfield eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
To throw again on second down. Mayfield to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for David Njoku.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, Mayfield flushed out right. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Browns have taken the lead. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
On first down, Mathis, and he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Kill.
DC, 12.
To the right. Defense wins championships, baby.
Hey, Haywood. Touch.
Now Goff on first down. And an alley to run. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
We go, Salad. 120.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
On second down now, Mathis, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
And it's third down.
We go. Line 20.
Hey, watch his flat.
Value 3. 14.
Goff on third down. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The Steelers send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
King.
Rush in.
And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 37. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Two draw quarters.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Here's Goff. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Now Goff on third and goal. And it's caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2.
5. Hey, orbit.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. The Cleveland offense ready to go. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now Chubb running right. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. And an alley to run. And all the way down to the 26. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 26. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On 2nd and very short, Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. On 2nd and 10, Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
1st down, Steelers.
Goff now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10.
I'm going for that.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Choose the mic.
Check mic. Check mic.
From the gun, here's Goff. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on second down. Goff. That's taken in by Callaway. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 41-yard line. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Come on, Mike 2.
On first and 10, Goff. And he's taken down. This will be a Browns sack. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Hey, Delta.
2. Watch 2.
Throwing on second and long. Goff. Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
A 12-yard gain on the play.
And the Steelers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
I got this. Watch 2.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go on 4th. Goff. Now a desperation throw deep, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. And I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Mike 58 right there. Tackles. 58.
Hey, Alpha.
58 to Mike.
Run.
You're not ready.
I got you.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Darius Slay with a pick. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Looking to throw again on second down. Goff. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this will be recovered by the Browns hands team, and that should just about write a finish to this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And again, it's Chubb. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally, wrestled down at the 11. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Watch out, watch out. Check, 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 check.
80 weapon.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb, and he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
58 to Mike.
Well, the lead late in the fourth, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for Cleveland, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they will fall to 1-1, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.